For this month's Joy of Blue collaboration, I had a lot of fun and got a lot of joy from playing with some blue scraps. Hey guys, it's Beth. Welcome. It is time again for the Joy of Blue collaboration. This is a collaboration hosted by Sarah, who's crafting and relaxing here on YouTube. She loves the color blue and is just trying to encourage others to play with the color as well, to craft with the color as well. This is a collaboration and there are other participants. If you click on the hashtag that's in the title and in the description box, it should lead you to all of the participants for this month for the Joy of Blue collaboration. You can see what kind of craft they did and what they made with the color blue. This month I focused on paper scraps and I needed some birthday cards for donations and orders, and so I kind of focused on birthday, but I made over 40 cards here. Some of them aren't birthday, it just depended on the paper I was playing with, but I did use some sketches to help me along today, and I will link those in the description box below. This first one is Operation Right Home 236. Pretty simple. I did print a sentiment from my silhouette and colored in the balloon to match the blue in the paper here, and then there are scraps on the inside of all my cards. Next up is My Favorite Things number 181, and I have a bunch of these. Again, just kind of a mix of pattern papers, cardstock scraps that I had, and some random embellishments from my stash. This was a journal card that you could color, and then I just stamped my sentiment on there. This is Sunday Sketches 22. And I also kind of went through coordinating cardstock scraps and did some die cutting of some balloons to go with the birthday theme. Just again, random mix of the pattern paper. I did have mostly full sheets of these patterned papers for these first several rounds of cards, so that was kind of what I was working on as my starting point, I guess. Paper Play Sketches number 18. So this one is not birthday, but I wanted to use the fun alligators, and so just kind of mixed in some patterned papers and then die cut high. So I did 3. I was able to get 3 of those with the paper I had. SC 355. Again, that kind of printed stamp that I made from my silhouette and just kind of mixed and matched paper scraps. And I will say, like, it's a lot of fun kind of putting these scraps together because I feel a little more freedom of mixing colors and patterns that I probably normally wouldn't if I was working kind of with more coordinated set of papers. So I like the creative freedom. It's a little more challenging sometimes and takes a little bit longer, but again, it is using my scraps and it is kind of flexing kind of my muscle, my creativity muscle, I guess, on what can I put together. Sunday Sketches number 10. And then Mojo Monday, number 361. I use this one quite a bit. And these are, I like the fun kind of orange and turquoise color combination of these. And then I didn't have any more orange pieces big enough to make the squares, so I brought in this turquoise cardstock and then just die cut some flowers. Made my own little pattern there. My Favorite Things, 352. Bringing in some new birthday theme paper. And this was probably a stretch, but I thought I had this blue cloud paper that I wasn't sure how to use, and so I just decided, I'm like, oh, they could be like balloons floating through the air, so the clouds could be fitting. Operation Right Home sketch number 25. This is another one I use quite a bit for strip scraps once they get down to a certain point. Nice way to use up some of those smaller ones, and you can mix and match. Freshly Made Sketches 276. and Sweet Sunday 206. Some more birthday paper scraps in my stash. And then my all-time favorite, Operation Right Home, sketch number 154. And then I did some without sketches, just kind of based on the embellishments that I thought I could use or the papers that were left. So this is just really simple, thinking of you. And actually this was part of a Christmas pad originally, I think, but we're not using it as Christmas. It's kind of non-traditional colors anyway. I was trying to use up the last 2 scraps of that balloon paper, and then had found the journal cards that you could color. And so kind of a lot of bright, bold colors going on there, but would be fun for a kid. And then I had these water papers, kind of like waves, and was looking, I thought I had some mermaid stickers, which I didn't have the stickers I thought I had, but I found these, which are like die cuts that we got at Michael's for a birthday party that one of my daughters had several years ago. And I also had these shells with them because I had die cut some shells to use for something that we did with the party. And so I just decided to put the mermaids, like make the mermaids like the main part of the card, and then just add a little high onto the shell. This one's a little wild and crazy for me, but used up the strip that I had already embossed at some point in the past, and kind of with this crazy paper. And then this was another one I just kind of had fun with. I had a lot of random butterflies in my stash, and I had some different cloud paper. So I just took butterflies and kind of started angling them up across the card. There's a mix here of some die cuts, some vinyl stickers I had made, puffy stickers, and then just some random embellishments. And then this one is probably a stretch for blue, but I made it with all this other stuff. This time, instead of focusing on paper, I was focusing on using up some embellishments. So I had a few of these dog alphabet stickers left, so I guess more than a few, over a handful. So I had this Dalmatian cut out in my stash as well. I think I harvested it from a birthday card years ago because I used to have a Dalmatian and loved them. So I made the Dalmatian the focal point, brought in these stickers, found a little blue ball die cut in my stash, added the high, and then dumped the rest of the stickers here on the inside. So now I finished off that sticker sheet, which was getting hard to use based on the words that were left anyway. So that was perfect. So I have some fun birthday cards and high cards that I can use for all the different needs that I have coming up with donations and orders, and I need some for my stash as well. So that is my share for you today. Hope you guys got some good scrappy inspiration and maybe want to pull out your blue scraps and make some fun cards. Be sure again to check out the other participants using the hashtag. Thank you guys so much for your time today, and hope you all have a very crafty day.